Arman grew up believing that the world was unfair. He often said, "Good people suffer, and bad people get everything." He had seen his father work hard yet struggle, while others who lied, cheated, and manipulated seemed to rise faster. Over time, Arman adopted a dangerous belief. If the world is unfair, why should I be fair? And slowly, the boy who once dreamed of goodness began walking down a darker path. In college, Arman discovered how easily people trusted him. He could talk sweetly, charm teachers, and convince classmates to do things for him. At first, his manipulations were small: borrowing money and not returning it, copying assignments, promising help and disappearing later. But as he grew older, his actions grew bigger and worse. He found a job at a local startup. He was smart, confident, and persuasive. Within months, he became the favorite employee. But Arman had a habit: he wanted quick success, even if it meant stepping on others. He took credit for his co-workers' ideas. He spread lies to get closer to the boss. He pretended to help, but sabotaged people behind their backs. And for a long time, it seemed like life rewarded him. Promotions, praise, money, respect. People said, "Arman is blessed. Everything works for him." But no one knew the truth. And Arman believed the same lie he told others: karma isn't real. One day, the startup announced a huge project. Whoever handled it successfully would get a massive bonus and a possible partnership. Arman wanted it at any cost. A quiet, humble co-worker named Zion was actually the best person for the job. But Arman whispered into the boss's ear, "Zion isn't reliable. I heard he made mistakes in the last report." A lie. The boss believed him. Zion was removed. Arman got the project, but something strange happened. Arman worked hard, harder than ever, but everything went wrong. Files got corrupted, clients canceled meetings, suppliers backed out. His laptop crashed right before a presentation. It felt cursed. The project failed miserably. The company lost money, and Arman lost the chance of a lifetime. Still, he told himself, bad luck, nothing more. But karma had only begun. Months later, Arman started a small online business. He lied to suppliers, broke promises, and blamed others for his mistakes. He was aggressive with customers and rude with partners. Yet somehow, and in the beginning, he still made money. Then one night, Arman's father fell sick. Hospital bills mounted. Arman, despite all his earnings, had almost no savings. He asked old friends for help, people he had ignored when they needed him, people he had used, people he had lied to. No one helped him. Messages left unseen, calls unanswered, promises refused. And then it hit him. He wasn't unlucky. He was simply alone. He sat outside the hospital, head buried in his hands, whispering, "What is happening to me? Why is everything falling apart?" A gentle voice answered. It was Zion, the co-worker he had once betrayed. He sat beside Arman and said softly, "Life always brings back what you send into the world." Arman's eyes filled with tears. Zion didn't lecture him. He didn't remind him of the past. He simply said, "I'll help you." And he did. He paid part of the bill, arranged medicine, and brought food for Arman's family. Arman couldn't understand. After everything, why would Zion help him? Zion smiled and said, "Because kindness also comes back. That's karma too." Those words shattered Arman. He remembered every lie, every manipulation, every person he had hurt for selfish gain. That night, sitting beside his sleeping father, Arman made a decision. I want to change, not because he feared karma, but because he finally understood how much pain he had created for others. For the first time, Arman took responsibility. Change wasn't easy. Some people didn't forgive him. Some laughed at his attempts to be better. Some thought he was pretending, but Arman didn't stop. He apologized to those he had hurt. He returned money he owed. He helped co-workers without expecting anything. He treated customers with honesty and respect. He stopped lying, stopped manipulating, stopped stepping on others. Slowly, everything began to shift. Business improved, relationships healed, his father recovered. His life felt lighter, peaceful, and one day something unbelievable happened. The same company where Arman once worked invited him to lead a new project. Why? Because Zion recommended him. When Arman asked why he trusted him again, Zion simply said, "Karma gave you a second chance. Use it well." Years later, Arman became known as a fair, honest, and compassionate entrepreneur. People trusted him, worked with him, respected him. And whenever someone asked about his success, Arman would smile and say, "Karma always comes back. When you put goodness into the world, it doesn't return empty-handed." He understood now that karma isn't a punishment. Karma is a mirror. It reflects what you give. Hurt returns as hurt. Kindness returns as kindness. Lies return as losses. Truth returns as peace. Arman learned the most important lesson of his life. You cannot escape the energy you create. Whatever you send out eventually finds its way back. And that lesson changed him forever.